Hi, I'm Matthew Korbanic, and this is Guitar Basics. Today I want to talk about how to hold the guitar. This tends to be one of the biggest problems I see in my studio, and this is one of the biggest inhibitors of your ability to reach your potential as a guitarist. So I just want to go over some basics. Now, before I start, I have to tell you that normally I start everybody in the classical guitar sitting position. That does not mean that you have to be a classical guitarist, but I feel that that gives you the greatest potential to form solid habits on how to hold the guitar and to use your body the way it's designed to move for the most efficient way to play. So let's get started. I start everybody out with a classical guitar footstool. By raising the left foot, it's going to give you a good tilt with your neck. When I see a lot of students that start out just normally how you would, placing the guitar on your right leg, they tend to crunch down and tilt the guitar neck downwards. Or the worst is that they'll actually start to lean on their elbow of their left arm and try to play like this. So by using the footstool, taking your footstool and putting it, if you're a right-handed player, under your left leg, if you're a lefty, you're going to go the other way. And when you place your leg up there, you want to keep it very steady. You don't want it to wobble back and forth whenever you put the guitar on top of it. What you're going to do is on the 8 shape of the guitar, you're going to place that right there on that leg. Now the key to this, to knowing whether you have your footstool high enough, is that this part of your guitar should touch the middle of your chest or somewhere. So for example, if you start out and it's down here, that's too low. Or if you want to, I've seen people get it up towards their throat or actually get it on their chin. That's a little too high. Once you do that, you want to sit on the edge of your chair, or I'm sitting on a sofa. What you don't want to do is to lean backwards. You're not lounging, but you want to make sure that when you sit, lean forward with a little bit of a tilt so that your back is straight. And then what you want to do is you want to get your right leg far enough apart that you can comfortably get the bottom part of your guitar to rest on the inside of your leg. Okay, just like that. So you're going to get a little bit of a tilt coming backwards, and this part of your guitar is going to touch here, and this part of your guitar is going to touch there. And you should, on the inside, get a little bit of a triangle from this part to here. There should be a little bit of space. Okay, now let's talk about the left arm. Okay, with the left arm, I'm going to go into this in greater detail later, but just to start you out, what to do with this. I have all of my students start this. You're just going to take your left arm, relax it, and just lift from your elbow, just like that. And what that's going to do is you're going to get your hands to spread out like so. One of the biggest myths that I find is that a lot of people believe that they're going to play with their fingertips. That is true, but actually what you're going to do is you're going to play with the side of your first finger, the fingertip of your middle finger, fingertip of your ring finger, and the side of your pinky, just like that. And the goal is to keep your knuckles here parallel to the edge of your fretboard, just like that. And you want to keep your thumb opposite your first or second finger. And that's going to give you the ability to stretch your hand out and to be able to reach chords effectively. So that's what you're going to do with your left hand. Now let's talk about the right hand. With the right hand, what you want to do is you want to go about halfway up your forearm and rest it on the edge of your guitar here. And it should easily reach the strings, just like that. You don't want to lean too far forward and actually get your elbow on the edge of the guitar. So like I said, about halfway up your forearm. And that's going to give you your counterbalance so that you can hold it securely. I see a lot of students that what they try to do is they try to physically hold the guitar with your left hand. The guitar is hard enough to play as it is just by using your fingers. You don't want to try to hold it at the same time and let it go up and down. Because the goal is that you should be able to drop your left hand and be able to hold it and make sure that it's steady. And then you'll notice that either whether you're using a pick or you're going to use your fingers, it's just going to be a nice easy reach. And when you go from string to string, you're actually going to be moving from your shoulder. You don't want to try to stretch. You want to easily move it back and forth. And when you do that, you want to make sure that the guitar doesn't slide around. And that's what you're going to do with your right arm. Okay, I have a tip for you. Whenever I start my students out holding the guitar like this, it looks so easy. I understand. I had a student the other day who said, "You just make this look so incredibly easy." It takes a lot of time to be able to do this, to keep relaxed. In the key, make sure that you are controlling your instrument, that your instrument is not controlling you. If you're playing and it's sliding, stop and think about what's going wrong. That's the biggest key to understanding and playing an instrument well, is to just think what is going wrong. But when you first start out doing this, I understand it's probably or may going to start sliding and doing some different things, and that will always prompt everybody, once you reach a quote-unquote failure point, to go back to what you were doing before. Once you go back to doing what you were doing before, that's going to guarantee that you're not going to make any progress. So I have a little tip here. I have some material. I have a ton of this, and I encourage everybody to get something like this. This is the stuff that you can get at a grocery store to keep your glasses from sliding around on the shelf. Whenever I have a student where holding it the first time and it's sliding on the material of your jeans, dress pants, whatever, gets to be difficult, use a piece of this and say it's sliding here, put it right underneath, and it should hold the guitar, get a little bit more comfortable, in place so that it doesn't slide around. As you can see, by me doing that, it will actually perfectly balance itself on me. Okay, so just to review real quickly on how to hold the guitar, these are some points. I recommend the footstool with the elevated left leg. Make sure that you keep it steady. Make sure that it's doesn't wobble when you press on it. Make sure that this point touches the middle of your chest. That's how you know it's the perfect height. This goes on your left leg. On the inside, make sure that it's in the middle of your forearm is going to be your counterbalance point. Always remember, and I do this with all of my students when they first start, Every time that you're done playing, stop, relax, drop your arm, your left arm down, and grab up like that, because you want to I want to keep you from trying to wrap your thumb around. Do that every time before you play. This is the best way to reinforce a great habit. Okay, I'm Matthew Korbanic, and I hope to see you next time.